What we are about to share with you here is unreal. You won't believe that all this is happening right under our noses, and it's been happening for far too long. It's got to be stopped. We can't afford any more corruption, waste, nepotism, and massive property tax hikes. None of this makes our schools any better. Our teachers and our students don't benefit. You know who does? Follow the money. Last year, our school board was crying poor. They said they had an $11 million shortfall, so they called for a taxpayer ratification election, a TRE. If it went their way, they'd get $31 million more dollars. Doesn't add up, does it? A few things. First, I bet you didn't know that just before the school board publicly cried poor, they had privately given the superintendent a $1 million contract extension. Then they really wanted this tax increase. The two board members that are up for re-election right now led the charge. And in a move that would make Vladimir Putin himself proud, the board shifted and moved all the polling locations from the 6 normal sites to 9 brand new locations. And where were these? At the 8 Frisco high schools and their fancy $27 million administration building, just for this one election. Why? You know why. It makes it confusing for us to find the location to vote and makes it real easy for their employees to vote. After all of that, their shenanigans failed anyway. Even more outrageously, books are now closed on this fiscal year. Did they really need the money? Nope. They claimed $11 million shortfall, but in reality, they have a $31 million surplus. For the two incumbents that want a new 3-year term in office, they just gave us 42 million reasons to fire them. Those two incumbents have been on the board for 6 years. In that time, they have taken 1,272 votes. They have voted the exact same way 1,271 times. That's 99.9% of the time. They always vote yes. That's the very definition of rubber stamp. They just sit back and let the superintendent do whatever he wants. And what is that? A tidy $416,000 annual household compensation. They let him hire his wife. They gave him a $27 million administration building to work in. And now, just a year after his whopping $1 million contract extension, he's retiring. His retirement package? Oh, it's just worth $6.5 million. But wait, there's more. They also spiked the salary of the previous superintendent, and he got a $6+ million retirement package. And who pays for it all? That's right, you and I, the Texas taxpayers. Those two incumbents have voted to raise our taxes twice, allowed 65 central administrators to make over $100,000 a year, and they spent $181 million on 4 schools that are sitting empty because they now admit they currently don't need them. We hold this truth to be self-evident. These incumbents gotta go. Fortunately, we have 2 great challengers running for the Frisco ISD board. They are highly qualified and eager to represent us, the parents, teachers, and taxpayers of Frisco ISD. Both graduated from Texas A&M. Brian Powell has an MBA in Finance and Operations. He's also a board member of Frisco ISD PTA. He's a successful business guy. He's very active in the community and has 3 kids in Frisco ISD. Jeff Snowden served as the board president of Frisco EDC. That's the most important board the city has. He was also on the stakeholder committee for Frisco ISD. He's a successful entrepreneur and business owner, and most importantly, he's a municipal finance expert. He's the perfect person to serve on a school board. Please vote early or on election day for Jeff Snowden and Brian Powell. Frisco ISD needs them.